All right, nice rainy day. It is May 25th for Introduction to Careers in AV Technology. We are going to be continuing with some radio ad information this week, at least for the first part of the week. Before we get into this week, I would like to recap a little bit of information from last week. And so I did kind of give you, I'll say that mini extension I gave you till this morning if you needed to post anything if you felt that you weren't finished. So when I came into work this morning, I did go ahead and grade your work from last Tuesday through Friday. Many of you were missing portions. Okay, so if you look back to last Friday's video, I did ask you to actually take the file, download the file. That file then had to be uploaded to your Google Drive, and I wanted it inserted into the slide for your final recreation commercial. And I do believe that the directions were clear. Some students fully followed through with it. Some of you did miss sticking the file in, but you had renamed your project in Soundtrap that I was able to find it. Anything that is still considered untitled and you just had that user number, it is very challenging on the teacher's end to decipher who is who. I even tried to listen to some of them and decide whose voices they were. So if you did not receive the credit for that assignment that you think you should, it's probably because something was submitted wrong, or maybe Mrs. Martin just didn't find the file, but you need to either fix that and reach out to me prior to Wednesday morning. I'm not going back after Wednesday and looking at those again to give you more credit if you've earned it. But there becomes a point where you guys got to take some responsibility over this. Some of you just aren't doing general items that are asked in class of how you would turn paper, even just turn an assignment in, okay? So if you feel you deserve more credit than you received, and based on my comments, you should be able to understand why you did not receive full credit, please try to remedy that situation. Ask me about it. Let me know that you worked on it via email so we can correct the problem. I would like to be able to give you more points on that information, but if the material is not there, I can't give you the points. Okay? Those of you that are in front of me right now, any questions on last week's and the submission of materials? All right, so let's talk about today's assignment. And when we talk about today's assignment, we are going to also reflect back on some things that we kind of didn't take care of from last week. So one of the last things that I asked you to do on Friday, so I am on week 17, I am in last week's. On Friday, I asked you to take your completed radio ad, and this is a piece that everyone has access to, and everyone was supposed to put their name on here and their script on here. But I didn't get everybody's. There are lots of you that did not put your scripts in here. That's going to cause a little bit of difficulty on today's assignment. But you're going to follow through, so some of these people are just going to get lots of comments. So let's talk about today's actual assignment. So I'm going to open up the calendar. All right, so for today's assignment, you are going to pick 3 classmates' scripts. One of the scripts should be the script that precedes you in alphabetical order. That precedes you in alphabetical order. Okay, so the person that would come before you in alphabetical order. Now, I know that you don't necessarily have a whole list of everybody's name, especially maybe last names that are in your class, but these have names on, and we can only evaluate the ones that are here. We can't work with ones that aren't here. So we could even go through here as a class and stick these in alphabetical order right now based on last name. So Lucy's going to be at the top. Jaden's going to be above David. Emily will be at the end. Lauren will be there. And Riley would be up here. So preceding you in alphabetical order. So A has nothing above it in alphabetical order, so you will loop around to Emily to your W, okay? But everybody else, they would do the one above them. Now, if you have not turned a slide in here, you are still going to do where your name would fit in and evaluate the one above you. Okay? But you're actually evaluating 3, okay, 3, but one of them has to be the one that precedes you. Does that make sense? So 2 are your choice, 1 precedes you in alphabetical order. You are going to, and this is going to be a little crazy, so I'm going to do a demonstration. You are going to be highlighting again, as we did last Monday. You're highlighting the call to action, where the empathy is established, where the pain is amplified, and the solution. You are also going to comment on the script. You're going to list at least 1 strength and give it 2 suggestions. 1 strength and 2 suggestions. Okay. So here's how we're going. Yes. Oh, thank you. All right. So Lucy, do you mind if I use yours as the example? All right. So this is, I am doing what you are going to do as a student, and you are going to do this 3 times. 2 that you choose, 1 that you have to do, the one that's preceding you in alphabetical order. So I am going to duplicate this slide. And on this slide, I am going to then say hyphen Aaron Martin. So this is, and then in parentheses, I'm going to put reviewer. Okay? So I have to look back here to get my call to action is yellow, my empathy is green, pain red, and solution blue. See if I can keep my colors straight. I should probably just write this down. All right. So this, do you see how I'm marking this? I need to know who's doing the work. Okay? All right. Call to action is yellow. I think I'm going to go with this as being my call to action. So establishing the empathy is green. Red is the pain. And the solution is blue. Then I need to give 1 strength and 2 suggestions. So in this case, I think that the pain is excellent. When I'm reading that, I am thinking about the dirty laundry that's in my house. I'm thinking about the socks that are probably laying on somebody's bedroom floor, or the bathroom and the toilet needs clean. Like, I'm thinking about what those smells are. So I think that she did an excellent job amplifying the pain. When it comes to my 2 suggestions, the first one I'm going to say is, where or how do I purchase? So we want some type of information in our solution that says where I purchase it or where I can order it from. So whether I'm going to a website to order, or I'm going to Walmart to order, or I can get it at a local retailer, where do I purchase this? And then my second suggestion, I'm going to number these so we can clearly see that I have 2. My second suggestion is going to be something about what sense do you have? Because I think that will help to entice the buyer. How do you spell entice? I know that's not right, but well, let's go with the word encourage. encourage the buyer. We want to, I'm going to use the word entice, but we're encouraging them. So, if you think about it, if you have one that is, the fresh linen scent, I'm automatically thinking about my laundry getting that fresh scent. Is there one that is like a cinnamon flavor, something like that? Am I thinking about the kitchen having the fresh baked cookie smell, whatnot? You want to entice that buyer? Does that make sense? Okay, so those are my 2 suggestions. Where, how do I purchase it? I know how much it is. Because it's made from natural materials, you might want to specify the kind of material. Okay, so that's your assignment for today. Okay, so at least 1 strength and 2 suggestions. Sound good? Questions on the assignment? And you are doing that. Everybody's is going to be right here in the same one. It might get a little crazy, but I think we can handle it. Okay, and I shouldn't see that you're just putting the same comments as everybody else. Okay, you can comment like this if you find it easier. So as you're making suggestions, so my suggestion was where or how do I purchase it? If my suggestion was more of a grammatical or a word choice change, I could highlight it and add my comment over here. Okay, you can use the commenting feature. I will just ask that people don't resolve those comments so I can have a chance to review them. All right, good to go.